This is a complex in the middle of Vancouver in need of an update. We wanted to create something new, contemporary, with a sense of place and innovation, which also accounts for the carbon issue. Our response came through timber. The timber industry really is so bound with the identity of Vancouver. British Columbia is founded on the logging industry, on timber. The first building in Vancouver, it's debatable whether it was a sawmill or a bar for the loggers.
Timber on the building pyramid is within the bio-based materials. Timber in itself is one of the most sustainable materials that you can use in your construction. It has the potential to regenerate on its own by planting trees. Exposed timber has a lot of benefits on wellness and health and kind of improving the conditions of your work environment. We have a lot of references for timber that are low-rise, but the challenge was to bypass fire regulations and codes that poses challenges on the design.
From the late 1800s to today, you'll see that really it kind of maxes out at 6 stories. That's kind of the height of a timber building. This new technology of mass timber, as it was developed, the burning rate for that kind of structure is totally different. A lot of the building codes are trying to catch up to it. Vancouver was one of the first to go up to 12 stories. The way that we got up from 12 to 14 to 16 is by doing a hybridized mass timber system. So the lower portion of the building is concrete. Once it clears the second floor, the concrete columns continue, but all the floor structure gets swapped for mass timber.
The loading on a mass timber column requires it to be about 5 feet by 5 feet, and nobody even makes a column that big. The concrete is more efficient in terms of area, and we're also using this hybrid structural system as a design opportunity. We're notching the column so that it can receive the timber. The whole detail kind of speaks to how the whole system goes together.
So it was very important to us that now that we had created this mass timber building to really showcase the timber. Typically, you have a layer of gypsum, which is used as fire protection, hiding all of the beauty of the mass timber. So we incorporated 2 inches of wood that's sacrificial when there's a fire. The second thing that we did was drop the purlins. Anything on the ceiling has a slot where it can thread through and look really nice and clean as you're looking up. You just see wood.
Burrard Exchange is actually one of the tallest exposed mass timber in North America. Compared to the baseline, it's actually a 60% reduction in upfront carbon just by swapping the slabs from concrete to timber and then the beams from concrete to glulam.
Being a sustainable building, you have to start thinking about all the parts that make up a building, and the structure is actually the heaviest, has the most materials. Even replacing one of those elements with mass timber goes a long way.